Yo, what is happening, guys? It is Engineer, and Spider-Man No Way Home seems to be the movie that's on everybody's minds. People are always talking about it, so curious, they're wondering what's going on, and it's confusing because nothing has really been confirmed about the movie besides what we saw in the trailer. Now, there's been a couple things here and there, but nothing like too substantial or too giving us too much of like a grasp of what's actually going on in this movie. Before the trailer, people were so stumped like we had no clue what was going on, but I've compiled a list of all the evidence we have that this movie is going to be a Spider-Verse movie, and that this movie is going to be dealing with the multiverse in a Spider-Man kind of lens. So obviously we got a bit of a confirmation at the end of the first trailer that it's going to be a Spider-Verse movie with the return of Alfred Molina's Doc Ock, but I'm going to dial it all back. We're going to get all the pieces of evidence we possibly can, put it into one video for you guys here, and you can show all your friends and say, this is how I know that Tobey Maguire is going to be in this movie. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So if we go all the way back, we have the confirmation from Jamie Foxx that he's returning as Electro. He made a post to his Instagram, and in his post he stated that he's coming back. This time he's not going to be blue, and he's going to kick some butt. So this was the first real confirmation of anything for this movie. This got people riled up. They're like, what is this happening? Is the Spider-Verse happening? This was the first big thing. So this was all the way back. Jamie Foxx also posted a bunch of fan art along with this post, and one of the slides actually had all three Spider-Men, and obviously it wasn't official, but it was fan art, and it was the first real thing that said, hey, all three Spider-Man might be getting together. It was really exciting for me, really exciting for my friends, and this was what kickstarted our journey and it led us here. So the next thing that came out shortly after that was a video on the Sony Latin America YouTube channel. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about this, and you probably know that people who post it tend to get the video taken down. So I'm not going to be putting it in this video, but it's out there. I literally just saw it on Twitter before I started making this video. Someone replied to a tweet with it, and basically in the video, it is from the official Sony Latin America YouTube channel, and on this video, Sony stated that all three Spider-Man are going to be getting together for the first time, and they were going to be teaming up to solve some sort of problem. So if anything was a confirmation, it was this, and this was so far back. This was way back in either the end of 2019 or the beginning of 2020. I should probably know that, but I don't. And this was a big deal, and this is where all these rumors started piling up, and with all these rumors piling up led us to our next point, and that's that Tobey Maguire was spotted at a costume fitting store. And this was right at the beginning of all the rumors and all the reports that Tobey and Andrew had signed a contract and they were signed on for Spider-Man 3. Tobey Maguire was spotted in Atlanta. He was spotted going into a costume fitting store, and it's not like Tobey Maguire is a busy guy. He doesn't have like any announced projects. He hasn't acted for so many years, unless you count his like tiny cameo role in Boss Baby. Tobey Maguire is not a busy dude, so for him to be spotted at a costume fitting store right when all these rumors are starting to pile up that Tobey Maguire is returning, it's a bit of a coincidence, but something that I don't know if it really is a coincidence. I think that Tobey Maguire was getting fitted for his Spider-Man costume. Another note here about Tobey Maguire before we move on is that Tobey Maguire was spotted here, and then he wasn't spotted again for months until after the No Way Home filming had ended. Then he was spotted again back in his hometown, and he was a little more, in a better shape. He was kind of a little more cleaned up, and it kind of is some evidence that Tobey Maguire might have actually been away filming the movie. So of course, on to the next point is that Doctor Strange was confirmed for this movie. That was a big one. Doctor Strange 2 is going to tackle the multiverse. So if any character in the MCU knows about the multiverse, it's going to be Doctor Strange. It was talked about and explored a little bit in the first film. And now we're really going to see that take place in the second film. But with the confirmation of him in this movie, it's the MCU character you would want to tie into this movie to explode the multiverse. So next we have an interview on Jimmy Kimmel with Zendaya, and Zendaya would not confirm or deny whether or not Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were involved in this film. Jimmy Kimmel tried to pull some tricks and try and ask about tofurkeys and all that, but unfortunately she didn't budge. But she wouldn't confirm or deny it, and this is towards the beginning of all this, which is a little strange that she wouldn't just say no, they're not in the movie. She said she can't talk about it, which is kind of strange. If they're not in the movie, why can't you talk about it?
Very secret.
Is it called Spider-Man 3 because there are 3 Spider-Men in the movie?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
You cannot.
Next up, Andrew Garfield was spotted in Atlanta during filming. A good chunk of the filming for Spider-Man No Way Home took place in Atlanta, so that's why a lot of these people, that's where they were. So just another tidbit of information there. Next up, there was some alleged merchandise given out to the cast and crew members of Spider-Man No Way Home that included Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man on the t-shirt. Now, this one I'm not fully sure about. I'm sure some people can confirm or deny whether this is true. Me personally, I cannot, but the only thing is that it shows Andrew Garfield's costume from the first Amazing Spider-Man movie, when a point I'm going to go into later of the leaked video showed that he's going to have his Amazing Spider-Man 2 costume. So it's a bit confusing. I'm not sure if this one's 100% true, but it was making some waves for a while. A lot of people were saying this was an official piece of merchandise that they got as a cast and crew member of Spider-Man No Way Home. So it's potentially true that this was actually an official piece of merchandise and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man was plastered onto the front of it. Not a smart decision if you want to keep him under wraps, but what can you do? Now the next piece of evidence we got is the signature board of all the cast and crew members from Spider-Man No Way Home. There was a big post that went out that revealed all the cast and crew members' signatures, and on it you can spot multiple cast members' signatures, including Alfred Molina. There's some people that think Tobey Maguire's signature is on here, and a nice little tidbit of information is that Charlie Cox's signature is possibly right here as well, so it's pretty neat. Now I'm sure there's plenty more you can point out, but those are some big ones there, and of course Alfred Molina went on to be confirmed later anyways. Now next we got the interview that Alfred Molina did, where he confirmed flat out that he was in the movie, had no regard for keeping spoilers under wraps. He proclaimed that he was the worst kept secret in Hollywood. He just straight up confirmed he's going to be stepping right back into the role right from the end of Spider-Man 2 where he was drowned in the river. He said that, talk to John Watts. John Watts said that no one really stays dead. He's coming right back and he's going to be thrown into this adventure. He said he's going to be de-aged. He kind of just gave all the info out about how he's logistically coming back in this interview, and it's kind of surprising considering how secretive this movie is. And now if you spoke to me before the trailer came out, I would have said maybe this is, a play by Marvel. They want to make us think that Alfred Molina's in the movie. He's just playing us with an interview, but of course he's confirmed now, so I don't think that's the case. Next up, we got William Dafoe. He was not confirming his upcoming roles. He said he was going to actually wait for the roles to be announced before he would talk about them, which is a little strange for an actor to do with an actor and for a film studio. Unless you're trying to keep a big budget movie like this under wraps, you want your movie to be publicized. You want your actors to be talking about it. You want your crew to be talking about it because you want to get as much information about it out there as possible. So it's kind of strange that William Dafoe would say that he doesn't want to speak on his upcoming projects when, why would you really want to hide your projects? If I was a film director or film producer, the moment my actors are casted, I want people to know what movie they're going to be filming, because then that gets more publicity for my film, which means I get more butts and seats, which means I get more money. But unless you're a big budget studio like Marvel Studios, who likes to keep these things under wrap, keep big surprises, and knows they're going to make their money anyways, and if they want to reveal it with marketing or in a special grand way, that's the only real way that this would work. So yeah, it was a very interesting situation.
I'm curious, what have you been filming recently? What are you going to be doing this year, if you don't mind saying?
I just finished a film called Inside. The other things that I've been doing lately, I prefer to wait until we're ready for them to come out.
Next up, we got some bombshells here, and I'm sure you guys have heard about this. A leaked video of Andrew Garfield in 8K, as well as the picture of him and Tobey Maguire standing together. This was a big one. Now, at first, people didn't believe it. Me, myself, I was a little on the fence. I didn't know if this was real or fake, but then so much has gone into proving that these are real images. They're not doctored. Someone tried coming out saying that they made the deep fake video of Andrew Garfield, but that was proven to be false. And yeah, this is our biggest piece. I'd call it a confirmation at this point that Andrew Garfield at least is in this film, as well as Tobey Maguire, I'm sure, because we see Tobey Maguire's hands waving around there. Now, I don't want to show these images or videos because I personally don't want my account getting copyright strike, but I'm sure you guys can find them. They've been everywhere. I've even seen them all over YouTube, so honestly, just search it up, you'll find it. But it's a pretty big piece of confirmation that the Spider-Verse is happening and these guys are coming together. The next piece of evidence is JB Smooth's interview. He flat out says he's looking forward to Tom Holland and Tobey Maguire meeting. It was no hesitation, no, ooh, should I do this, should I not? He flat out said, yeah, out of the two Spider-Man, I'm looking forward to Tom Holland meeting Tobey Maguire.
And last question I have for you, which Spider-Man were you excited to see Tom Holland share the screen with? Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield? Woo! Tom Maguire, of course, man. Maguire, there you go. Thank you so much, JB.
Next piece of evidence we got is Tobey Maguire being spotted in a park by some fans.
Yo, we got Spider-Man in the park, what up?
A fan got a picture with Tobey Maguire and asked him about his upcoming role in Spider-Man No Way Home, if there's any weight to these claims. Tobey Maguire allegedly just smiled, winked at the guy, and took a picture with him. If this is true, then that's pretty much a confirmation. And it's also just really cool that some guys got to meet Tobey Maguire and get a picture with him. That's a personal dream of mine, but anyways, let's get back to the video. Now moving on, we're at the portion of the video where I'm going to discuss the trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home. Now the trailer, of course, right at the end confirmed in picture, in the flesh, Doc Ock, Alfred Molina. He's coming back. We know that 100%. It was confirmed in the trailer right at the end. Right before that, we also got a pumpkin bomb that bounced right on the screen, and we heard a laugh, which sounds very, 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 very similar to Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin laugh, and I'm pretty sure we can just say that it is Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin laugh. We also saw some yellow electricity, which would go along with Jamie Foxx's comments that he'd be returning and not be blue anymore. We saw what might be Sandman, and in a dark room we saw the shape of something that looks like the Lizard. So we don't know who the sixth member of the Sinister Six is. There's rumors all over the internet that it is the Rhino. I personally have no clue, but we're gonna find out eventually. Now, of course, Doctor Strange did confirm the multiverse in the trailer. He talked about how the multiverse is a concept that people don't really know about. Now, multiverse doesn't 100% confirm Spider-Verse, but I think we can put 2 and 2 together and kind of say that it's going to be a Spider-Verse film. After the trailer dropped, Tom Holland stated that there is still plenty more to come. We got so much more to see that we haven't seen yet. And he was very excited. He said it's only the tip of the iceberg. So I wonder what are these big, huge surprises that we're missing. Probably the 2 Spider-Man coming back and like 5 other villains. All right, on to the final couple pieces of information here. First off, just a little insight from my end. There's still no poster for Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, the rumors are that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will become co-leads at some point in the film. So why would there not be a poster for your film to advertise your film unless you got 2 big surprises that you're waiting for an official trailer to reveal? I don't know, just a little insight for me. We also have the leaked images of Doc Ock, Electro, and Green Goblin and what looks like the prison, like multiversal prison thing. And now there's another image going around that some people aren't sure if it's real or fake of a pre-visualized multiverse prison, which includes Sandman, Lizard, Doc Ock, and Electro, in what looks to be like a smashed up kind of dark, rubbly room, which is seemingly their multiversal prison. I'm not sure yet if there's any weight to that final leaked image, but I'm sure we'll find out with time. And of course, how can I forget Andrew Garfield saying,
"I'm not the werewolf,"
when we all know Andrew Garfield is the werewolf. Literally, it doesn't make any sense because the whole point of playing the game Werewolf, or what I call Mafia, is to convince everyone that you are not the Mafia. That's literally the entire point of the game. So by going out on the internet and saying I'm trying to convince everyone I'm not the werewolf, that's exactly what the werewolf is supposed to say. And then Andrew Garfield appeared on Jimmy Fallon, which only confirmed it even more based on the fact that Jimmy Fallon straight up called him out and said, there's a leaked image, like, you're in the movie. And Andrew Garfield said that first he had no idea what the image was that was going around the internet, then said it was a Photoshop. But it's not a Photoshop because it's an 8K video. So yeah, guys, I hope that helped a little bit, gave you a bit of an idea of whether or not this is going to be a multiversal Spider-Verse film. I personally think 100% it is going to be a Spider-Verse film. I am like dead certain that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are coming back, and I am beyond excited. It is going to be an incredible experience, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you liked it, please feel free to drop a like, and if you really didn't like it, please feel free to drop a dislike. Leave a comment down below, and I'd love to hear from you guys. And thank you guys so much for watching the video. Have a great day.